Welcome to episode 2 of Echoes of Light podcast. I'm Heather McCullough, aka Bad Grandma, and author of Beneath Her Silence, my memoir. I encourage you to pick one up. It's available on Amazon. I told my story. It was very hard to write. It was very hard to put myself out there for the very first time, but I feel if I can help somebody else tell their story, come out of silence, that's what it's all about. So pick one up. Anyway, welcome back. I want to thank everybody for their support and their emails. Keep them coming. As well, we're going to kind of recap from our first episode, so I really want to tell the listeners what we're really trying to do here. But first of all, I have to talk to my cameraman, Mark. You know how a camera puts 10 pounds on a person, Mark?
I do.
And all the technology that we got going on here, could you please take the 10 pounds off? I'm an old woman. I don't need it. And as my grandfather would say, you need a fresh one to get you started? Anyway.
I'll work on that.
Thank you, Mark. Okay, we're done that commercial break. So, I want to come together as a community. This is what I really want to talk about, like basically a movement right across Canada and reach out to the rest of the world. So I'm going to kind of put it like this. We're going to build a puzzle. It's going to look like a puzzle when we're all done. When you start a puzzle, you always start at the edges, and we're going to start naming them. So here we go. This is what I want. And this is what I hope I will get in support of our listeners. To please join in and all rally up, because really it's to save our children, our youth, young adults, people who have suffered in silence, people who've been abused, and partner and spousal abuse. It's everything that we need to cover and do better as Canadian citizens. So let's get started on building that puzzle. Let's see. So again, I'm going to share my thoughts, but again, I'm going to say they're just my thoughts, and some of them are bad grandma thoughts, so bear with me. But I'm not going to tell you what to do, what to think, and I'm not giving any advice here on these podcasts. I will give you the information to go to at the end of the podcast, so bear with me as I get through my thoughts. So we're going to start at the top of the puzzle, and I believe that's going to be our legislation, our House, our Senate. So that's going to be at top. We need to address them first to make any kind of changes in what we're talking about in protection of children, youth, young adults. And as well, then we're going to go to the other side, build this edge, and that edge is going to be the Constitution. Not just our House and Senate. We need to be working together with our Constitution, either within an amendment or a bill. We need to come together on that. So there's the other edge of our puzzle. Then we go to the litigators in the courts. So now lawyers, after 10 years of good standing, end up being judges if they want. So we need to work with them. So once we get the attention of our House, our Senate, so on and so forth, then we go to our Constitution, then we go to our litigators in courts who battle it out in court, and then we go to the other edge, which is our bail reform. So there, we got the edge of our puzzle. Okay, and when I talk about bail reform, it's also the punishment that meets the crime. You know, you touch a child, I'm sorry. My thoughts are, there's really no long punishment on that. It's, that poor child is touched forever in their life, right to adulthood. So then we're going to start working inward to the puzzle. Then we have all our supports. So we have our federal supports, our police units, our security. They go on for online predators, the gaming that goes on there that lures these young adults and children into different games, child trafficking, all those agencies that work together, and then the people that have to deal with the trauma and the afterfact of that trauma, which are women's shelters, victim services, crisis services. All those support units that come together for children, the helplines. Luna out of Calgary, I just love them. I've looked them up. They do amazing things for kids up to the age, I believe it's 17 or 18 years old, in support. Amazing organization. Lots of organizations out there. So they come in. So the middle of this million piece puzzle that we put together that represents all of us, we have our communities. People watch. So you have to be aware of your surroundings, your communities. And people don't want to hear about this topic. It's a hard topic. You know, they don't want to see it on the news. They don't want to hear it on the radio. They don't want to hear that something happened down their street. Nobody wants to hear about that. And I get that. But we need to be knowledgeable. We have to protect our children and our youth and our young adults. And we have to support those who have suffered through CSA and SA. So once we've reached the end of our puzzle, like I said, I'm 63 years old. I'm giving the rest of my life, like 20 good years of my life, I'm hoping, before I have to buy a scooter with a flag and a mirror so I can see where I went. But, yeah, I'm giving up my life to start this movement, to get this going, to encourage people to jump on board and make a difference. So let's get started. And basically, as bad grandma, get off your ass. Let's go. We got to do this. So if you want to be on my podcast, you can reach out for an interview at heather.echoesoflight@gmail.com. I want you to please share, like, comment, and subscribe. Very important. So 5 hugs a day. Play nice with others.